Welcome to lesson 2 of content creation for staff and students. My name is Chris Zirkle, Digital Learning Coordinator for the Wake County Public School System. In this lesson, I wanted to share with you some video content I've created, walk you through some things that I just want you to kind of be aware of, help you learn my style, my technique, talk about some gear, really kind of get into what the final product looks like, and then work backwards as we go through the course and work from the ground up to get it to where you can produce content. Not to say that mine is superior or great or anything like that, but of good quality that does have a professional feel to it. So I do want to share with you some video content, and the videos you're going to see. The very first thing I do before I do anything else is find out if everyone has permission to be filmed. If someone does not have permission to be filmed, we do not film them, photograph them, record audio or anything. So everyone in this video or the series of videos you're about to see has permission to be filmed. Just want to confirm that with you. So the first one is the Canvas chat, which is like the most current active video content creation that our team is producing on a consistent basis. And this is my partner, Mike Meehan, doing the intro, and then we go to the teacher, and they're going to share with us some features in Canvas and how they use Canvas with their students. Now, I'm filming with a DSLR camera, the subject, the teacher, but see the screen on the left? I'm also recording that at the same time. And I'm going to sync that later in editing because we're going to go to her computer screen in just a moment and see how she's utilizing Canvas with the students. So we'll be talking about how to film in this way and how to go back and forth and edit, where you have subjects on camera and of course you see someone's screen going back and forth. Let's look at another video here. Let me turn the music on for you here so you can hear it. So this is all done with a phone. So this video's purpose is just to kind of show how the digital learning coordinators support staff and students. There's a lot of ways that we can support that maybe staff members, teachers aren't aware of. So we like to visually storytell how we're supporting the curriculum, teachers, schools, staff, that type of thing. So all this is done on a phone. This video, again, is starting with the same intro. It's another phone vlog in a series of them. The trailer, the intro, you can see is repeated.
Greetings, Chris.
And that was all made with actually After Effects, which is a motion graphics program. And this here is a different style of video because it's more like a selfie kind of style where I'm pointing the camera at myself. I'm talking. I'm just the mic on the phone is picking up my audio. There's nothing plugged in or special. And here I'm actually filming some students podcasting. That's the podcast equipment for the studio that I use. It has up to 6 ports for microphones, not that you need that many, and there actually has the capability for it to have virtual calls as well to plug in either through getting a phone call or like a virtual meeting. All right, you can see we got some lights, some backdrop. They're in the mix of also creating a news kind of studio, and we're using the same setup for the news program, which we'll talk about later, than we are for the podcast. We got some clips of. You can see the wide angle lens right there on that tripod in the center is filming the podcast. All right, let's go ahead and move on to another one. Just want to highlight some things. This would be more of a district level Code and Go offering that the digital learning coordinators do annually. And so all the footage you're seeing is footage that I caught from Code and Go's. And what you're seeing is After Effects, motion graphics software, where I've gotten a template and I plug in my footage and I alter the text, and it's doing all the movement for me in like a template format. So that's just another style. It's like a 59-second video just to capture attention for like a promo. So maybe you're looking for promo kind of videos that have a lot of movement. That's a different style of video. And again, the music I use Soundstripe. I pay for that, so that way I have permission to use all the music I do in my videos. This is a district level
Hello,
video here.
I am Danielle Meadows. For the upcoming school year, Wake County
And Daniela is kicking it off here. Nice wide shot there in the media center on a DSLR camera. This isn't a phone camera. She's mic'd up. It's kind of hidden near her hairline there. And that audio is going directly into the camera with some microphones I have, or it's going to a device I sync up later. She's getting ready to tee off how we're going to hear from a parent about using Canvas from a parent perspective. So this is a request, like a district level video. I'm using the rule of thirds here, where my subjects aren't in the direct center. She's a little shifted to the left. I'll visually show you what the rule of thirds looks like, the grids. You can turn it on your cameras and see what it looks like. And it opens up kind of the other opposite side and gives a different visual effect or appearance to the video. So everything I've shown you so far is just kind of documentary style. This one is no screencasting going back and forth. It's just strictly all video. And you can see that I've edited the parent talking about various aspects put together. So nothing really fancy anything here. Let's move on to something that's a little bit more fancy. Here's a little more technique and style. This is a Teacher of the Year video. I don't film those. I did film this to be able to model how I would film a Teacher of the Year video, if that makes sense. So let's talk about some things that are happening here. This is a camera on a gimbal. The gimbal helps me move and keep it stable. I can walk with it, and it takes out your steps, so to say, right? And then I also film usually with 2 camera angles, one wide like this. See how beautiful that is? It just goes into the classroom. The walls are open up. The students are there. Learning's happening as the admin is talking and teeing off the video. My camera has some kind of motion to it, whether it's slow and gradual, or there's subjects are moving in the shot. Something or the camera is moving at all times is one of my kind of techniques as well. If you Google my name, you're going to see content that I make that's outside of Wake County. The reason I'm talking about this or showing any footage that I've made that's outside of Wake County for 2 reasons. First of all, I can have real world experience conversations, authentic conversations with students and staff members about possible career pathways, and talk about monetization and getting paid for your services, doing podcasting, photography, videography, social media management, and website development, right? These 2 students happen to be Wake County students. The story they're telling is a story of how they were assigned to be on a project together. They didn't know each other at first. They didn't actually quite like each other at first. And then this is their wedding day, them telling the story of all that. To me, I just enjoy doing that. But I'm showing this for another reason, because I can't get real creative in my Wake County content, because the tone, the mood of the footage is to be serious, is to be professional. And so most of my content there is tripod and just like one person talking and another person talking and that kind of thing. Don't have a lot of creativity in my shots, like slow motion shots like this. I just want to show you that my skill, my technique can go beyond just a camera on a tripod, maybe with a couple of cool gimbal shots of the school outside, that kind of thing, where I really like to get into filmmaking, film production, telling a story, and using techniques such as, right here I call this A-roll. You film your subject, they're speaking. As they continue to speak, then you see B-roll over top of them speaking. You still hear them talking, but now you're seeing footage that refers to something they're talking about, right? And I have some soft music underneath all that playing, just to kind of set tone and mood. And so this is where I can really get creative. And so that's one reason I showed this to you, just so that way, if there are students that are involved or interested in any kind of career paths in some of the industries that I have experience in, I would be able to speak to that from an experience perspective. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with saying that there is a lot you can do with video, a lot you can do with cameras, with whether they're smartphones, DSLR cameras, and audio, bringing good audio quality in there, and the whole editing process. I just want to show you some final products I have, done some of my content, and now let's work backwards. Let's get into the basics, go into Module 2, and start looking at the intro to videography, getting started with that kind of from the ground up, and then get you up and running, creating your own content, whether it be video, audio, visual, graphic print media, whatever it may be. Let's get you creating some content.